Being able to say the equivalent of get in Spanish is absolutely essential if you're looking to have normal, natural conversations in Spanish. While most Spanish courses tend to leave this because they see it as too complicated, it is in fact really accessible, and I'll show you now how to break it down so that you can use it straight away in lots of different contexts. So first of all, we need to understand that get in English means lots of different things. So for a Spanish person, it's very difficult for them to get their head around the word get. But we're working the other way, so it's going to be much easier for us. So let's have a look at these phrases where get is used, and let's see the different meanings of get, and then we'll show you how to do this in Spanish. So, get a job, get a present, get a car, get work, get angry. So here, get a job. The word get here means like to obtain or acquire. Acquire a job, obtain a job. Get a present. So here we're saying to receive a present in the same way as maybe you get a raise at work, you receive more money. So here get means receive. When we say I'm going to get a new car, we're not going to obtain a new car, we're going to buy a new car. So here get means to buy in the same way as to get the shopping is to buy the shopping. To get to work, here get means to arrive at work in the same way as to get to school, to arrive at school. To get to school late, to arrive at school late. To get angry, the get here means to become angry. To get upset, to become upset. So we can see that before we're able to use get in Spanish, we need to know what it means in English. So let's go back to our first one, to get a job. And here this kind of get, this obtain or acquire something, in Spanish we use conseguir. So conseguir is to get in the sense of to obtain something and to acquire something. Conseguir. And we can get a job. We can get tickets, entradas. Entradas are tickets, like tickets to a concert or to the cinema. And we can get more money. We can acquire more money. Más dinero. Más dinero. If we have a look at our first column, I've just added something here so we can make meaningful phrases and sentences, and so it's something that you can use. You can use this straight away in your conversation. So acabo de is a little phrase, very useful phrase for getting back to get into the past in Spanish. So acabo de, I've just, and quiero, I want. So if we want to say I've just got tickets, I've just got tickets, for example, to a concert that you want to go to. I've just got tickets. We would say acabo de conseguir entradas. Acabo de conseguir entradas. I've just obtained, I've just acquired tickets. We said that quiero is I want. How would you say I want to get a job? I want to get a job. Quiero conseguir un trabajo. Quiero conseguir un trabajo. I want to obtain, I want to acquire a job. How would you say, I've just got more money. I've just got more money. Quiero. Actually, that would be I want. So let's go for I've just. Acabo de conseguir más dinero. Acabo de conseguir más dinero. I've just acquired more money. How would you say, I want to get tickets? I want to get tickets. What would that be? Quiero conseguir entradas. Quiero conseguir entradas. And how would you say, I want to get more money? Quiero conseguir más dinero. Quiero conseguir más dinero. So, meaning number 1, get meaning obtain or acquire, and conseguir, conseguir. Okay, let's go on to our next one. We saw before that to get a present is to receive a present, or to get lots of presents, to receive lots of presents. So we have recibir, recibir, recibir. And we can receive, we can get a present, un regalo. We can get a fine, less pleasant, una multa, una multa. We can receive a fine, una multa. And we can receive a prize or an award, the same word in Spanish, un premio, un premio. And we'll use acabo de again, so I've just. And how would we say, I've just got a prize, I've just got a prize? What would that be? Acabo de recibir un premio. Acabo de recibir un premio. I've just got a prize. How would you say, I've just got a present, as in I've just received a present? What would that be? Acabo de recibir un regalo. Acabo de recibir un regalo. And how would you say, I've just got a fine? I've just got a fine. Acabo de recibir una multa. Acabo de recibir una multa. Okay, so that was meaning number 2. Get, as in to receive something. And receive in Spanish, recibir, recibir. Okay, on to number 3. And just before we move on to number 3, I'll mention the ProSpanish Levels 1 to 6 course, available for download at prospanish.co.uk. And this takes the complete beginner or near beginner right up to a conversational level of Spanish in nice, easy steps. Okay, so on to number 3. We said to, in our example at the beginning of the lesson, to get a new car, to get a car. And that is to buy a car. And to buy in Spanish is comprar, comprar. And we can buy a car, un coche. We can buy food, comida. We can buy a present, un regalo, un regalo. So we can get someone a present, and obviously that's different from us getting a present, receiving and buying. And in our first column, let's use acabo de again, I've just. And let's add in voy a, I'm going to, voy a, I'm going to. How would you say, I've just got some food? I've just got some food. And in Spanish, we don't tend to use that some word, that word for some. So in Spanish, we would just say, I've just got food. What would that be? Acabo de comprar comida. Acabo de comprar comida. How would you say, I'm going to get a car? As in, I'm going to buy a car. What would that be? Voy a comprar un coche. Voy a comprar un coche. Let's just add in, or let me tell you that to say I'm not going to, we just add no at the beginning. No, N-O, no. So how would you say I'm not going to get a car? No voy a comprar un coche. We could say, for example, let's say we have un coche rápido. Un coche rápido. a fast car. How would you say, I'm not going to get a fast car? What would that be? I'm not going to get a fast car. No voy a comprar un coche rápido. Maybe you could add, voy a comprar un coche práctico. I'm going to get a practical car. How would you say, I'm not going to get a present? I'm not going to get a present. No voy a comprar un regalo. No voy a comprar un regalo. Okay, so that is number 3. So to get something, as in to buy something, and the word for to buy in Spanish is comprar, comprar. And on to number 4. So to get to work, to arrive to work, and the word for to arrive is llegar, llegar. So we can get to work, al trabajo, to work. We can get to school, al colegio, to school, al colegio. And we can get to town, as in to the town centre, al centro, al centro. And let's use acabo de, again, I've just. So how would we say, I've just got to school? I've just got to school. Acabo de llegar al colegio. Acabo de llegar al colegio. For example, a phone conversation. How would you say, I've just arrived in town? Acabo de llegar al centro. Acabo de llegar al centro. And how would you say, I've just got to work? I've just got to work. Acabo de llegar al trabajo. Acabo de llegar al trabajo. I've just got to work. So that one's fairly straightforward. Get, as in to arrive. And onto our 5th one. And in our example, we saw to get angry, as in to become angry. And for this in Spanish, they tend to use for most of the get plus adjective, so to get angry, to get bored, to get upset. In Spanish, it's a verb, but they call it a reflexive verb. So it's something that I do to myself. So in Spanish, they would say to get angry is I anger myself. To get bored is I bore myself. That's how the structure works. Obviously, the meaning's slightly different. You can get bored by something rather than just by yourself. But the structure is with me, myself. So, enfadarme, to get angry, to anger myself. Aburrirme, to get bored or to bore myself. Casarme, to get married, to get married. And obviously the to marry myself here sounds a bit odd, but you would say something like to marry yourself with someone else. Casarme con María. So to marry myself with Maria. Okay, and in our first column, we'll use voy a again. I'm going to. And let's also use acabo de again. So I've just. And we'll also use quiero again. I want, all three. And remember, we can use no at any time to make it a negative. So how would you say, I'm going to get bored. I'm going to get bored. What would that be? Voy a aburrirme. Voy a aburrirme. So you could get bored in the meeting. Voy a aburrirme en la reunión. I'm going to get bored in the meeting. What about I've just got married? I've just got married. Acabo de casarme. Acabo de casarme. I've just got married. What about I'm not going to get married? I'm not going to get married. What would that be? No voy a casarme. No voy a casarme. I'm not going to get married. And I mentioned before that we say marry myself with someone, con María. How would you say I'm not going to get married to Maria? No voy a casarme con María. No voy a casarme con María. I'm not going to get married to Maria. How would you say I've just got angry? I've just got angry. Acabo de enfadarme. Acabo de enfadarme. How would you say I don't want to get angry? I don't want to get angry. No quiero enfadarme. No quiero enfadarme. And how about I'm not going to get bored? I'm not going to get bored. What would that be? No voy a aburrirme. No voy a aburrirme. So we started off with conseguir, which is get, meaning to acquire something. We had recibir, get being to receive something like a present or a prize, or worse, a fine, una multa. We saw that get also means to buy, comprar. Comprar algo, to buy something, to get something. It also means to arrive. To get somewhere is to arrive somewhere, and to arrive is llegar. Llegar. And then get plus a describing word, an adjective, to get angry, to get bored. Then we use a reflexive verb, a verb that's got myself or yourself or himself or whoever else with it. So, enfadarme, aburrirme, casarme, to get cold, enfriarme, enfriarme, no quiero enfriarme, I don't want to get cold. And that concludes today's ProSpanish lesson. As mentioned before, if you're looking to become a confident and a competent speaker of Spanish, then head over to prospanish.co.uk, where you can download the full Levels 1 to 6 course.